the way I write is I don't do every line, but I will have parts of the joke that signify the beginning, middle, and end. And so my whole goal with the joke is to know the beginning, middle, and end. So I'll have the premise first, then it'll start to form, and then it's fully cooked when it has a middle and it has a big pop at the end. I want, you don't want it to like die like that. I want that last laugh of the joke to be the biggest. That's the goal.
So sometimes it's like maybe in the middle or the beginning, and you have to figure out how to work towards that laugh instead of starting there.
Absolutely. You couldn't have said it better. Yeah. Like sometimes the first time I tell it, the big laugh will be at the beginning. And that's the goal. Going like, okay, now I got to figure out what the joke is to put that laugh at the end of the joke.
Oh, okay. And
Totally.
are you more like writing on stage or do you pen to paper?
All on stage. All on stage. I'll go with an idea that either hits me while I'm up there or I've thought of before, and I will completely write it on stage conversationally, and I will work it out and punch it up on stage, and or off in my head and then put it on stage. So all the writing is done on stage, and then when it's fully cooked, I'll know it. And I do have a checklist where I'll have the, a couple of words that signify what the joke is. And then towards the beginning of it, I'll have, when the middle forms, I'll put that in. And then the end, I'll put that in. And then that's it. And then after that, I just put the premise because I know it. But that's the checklist. That's how I do it. It's like my format is I'm always looking for a middle and an end. So that and I write that down and I keep track of that. And then it's fully cooked and ready to come out of the oven when I get that laugh at the end. And it also paces in the middle a little bit. I want a few laughs in the middle. I want a laugh to get into it. And I want the biggest laugh at the end.
Do you have an example that you could like walk us through?
Yeah, like I'll take any joke that I have. Like, I'll take, this divorce joke I used to have, just because it's the first one I thought of. Or the soccer joke. So it's like I'd start with like the premise, this old soccer joke I have with like, I tried to like soccer. I did, it's just nobody scores. Americans, we like scoring. It's like the most that'll happen in soccer is every 10 minutes, there'll almost be a goal. So I get a little laugh at the beginning, like saying like soccer sucks, right? So some people will laugh, whatever. I'll riff that part or something, whatever feeling, whatever the show is. Nobody scores. Americans like scoring, some passion there. And then I will go, then I'll get, the only, what will happen, the only thing that happens every 10 minutes, there will almost be a goal. Someone almost scores, right? Set up right there. That's why soccer fans are so violent. That's why they're soccer hooligans, because they never get a chance to celebrate at the game. So they're all pent up and frustrated, and then they leave the match and punch each other in the face because they just had goal blue balls for 2.5 hours. Mm-hmm. Boom. Then I'm getting a laugh there. Then I go, the only thing that'll make soccer fun is if there was a blind guy on the sidelines with a gun and he was just randomly firing onto the field. Boom, boom, boom. So laugh there. And then I go into the crescendo. Then I go, Europeans, they hate when you criticize soccer, and then I'll do an impersonation of a Swedish guy or German guy. You don't like soccer because you're American and you're not good at it, whatever. And then I go, really, Magnus, lucky you are American athletes to not like soccer. And this is the last chunk, the biggest laughs. Do you know what would happen if Black Americans started playing soccer? Can you imagine, our athletes? There would be no World Cup, And then I go, can you imagine? Okay, it's the first game versus Italy. Here comes Guido. Here passes it to Luigi. Luigi back to Guido. But oh my God, here comes LaDainian Tomlinson. He's juggling 6 soccer balls. He passes it to LeBron James, who kicks a goal into another soccer stadium in another country to win 4 games at the same time. And at that point, it's like, it's laughter. And that's it's all the same premise. And I found each little bits of that until it was all plugged in. Obviously, I can't put the act out in the middle. I can't put that whole imagine if Black kids love soccer like they do, you know what the premise is. I can't put that in the middle because it has a big act out to it. It has a crescendo of laughs. So I few a couple of pacing punches with a blind guy on the sidelines, the gold blue balls in the middle, and then the little chuckles and premise up top. And there's the joke, man. And when I started that, I probably started with Um, I started with, and I remember actually, I started with the line in my head going, I know why soccer fans are so violent because nobody scores. So they're frustrated. So that's how that joke started.
Okay.
So that was the only laugh I had. And I was like, all right. And so that laugh ended up being in the middle, and it's a big laugh. And then I found were the bigger ones at the end, and it turned into a bit. And I pushed that one farther back, developed it, and then found like a real nice Christian, ending for it. And I used to close on that joke actually for a while because it used to hit so big towards the end.
And you perform it on stage and then like record it and review it?
I should record it. It would make it quicker probably, but I don't because I hate listening. I just memory. Yeah. Recording it's great though because I just can't stand to hear myself. And I don't have the patience to sit through the show again. So I forget a lot of shit. It takes a lot longer, but I do recommend recording it. Yeah. Especially with technology now with your iPhone or just record it, listen to it later for sure. I know Louis does that. I know a lot of guys who write on stage do that. Louis writes on stage, I believe. And it's like, it's great to do it that way.
If you love comedy as much as we do here at Hot Breath, click the subscribe button to join the Hot Breathiverse and then watch more videos to get even more comedy tips. Hot Breath.